11 signs someone is gaslighting you. Gaslighting is a form of manipulative behavior that's often displayed in relationships, whether it be personal or professional. Is your significant other practicing this to you? Or maybe your boss has been maltreating you in the office? Worry not, because for today's video, we'll be sharing with you 11 signs that someone is gaslighting you, so just sit back and enjoy. 11. They lie straight to your face. One telltale sign that someone is gaslighting you is when they tell an obvious lie straight to your face. Let's say in the office you reported that you already finished your tasks and even cleared them off your checklist, but one coworker keeps telling you that you didn't when you know that you did it. It makes you wonder, why do they keep telling me I didn't finish my work? The reason for this action is that your coworker is setting up a precedent that makes you doubt yourself. And if you start doubting yourself, it goes down from there. In a relationship, you may confront your significant other about something they did which you caught them red-handed, yet they still deny it. That's another form of gaslighting that not only knocks you off your feet, but makes you doubtful of yourself. You may be asking why people gaslight others, and the answer to that is because a person who gaslights may be unable to sit with their emotions or self-reflect, and may even be uncomfortable dealing with negative self-worth issues. Someone who is classified as a narcissist, or someone who has no shame for their actions or empathy for their partner, may engage in gaslighting. Not only that, but gaslighting can also be done unconsciously, yet it should never be excused, whether it is deliberate or not. 10. They deny things they've said and done. Aside from lying straight to your face, a person who gaslights you will also deny things or actions that they did despite you having proof of it. For example, your partner promised you they'll change their ways. You had a heart-to-heart talk about it where you poured out your feelings only for them to deny that they never promised such a thing. By lying about something big and important for you, it further enforces the doubt in your mind as to whether or not the conversation really happened. Sure, you may remember the conversation, but it will make you backtrack the flow of the conversation and think that maybe it's a one-sided promise after all, which is quite the dirty tactic on their part. 9. They make you doubt your reality. Every relationship has its difficulties, and confronting your own behaviors can be one of them. However, if you find yourself second-guessing yourself to the point that you feel like you're losing it, you've been gaslighted. Multiple therapists have noted that one of the most severe, if not the most devastating, effects of gaslighting is to cause you to doubt yourself. Gaslighting can build up your self-doubt over time, which is much more damaging because it's harder to recognize at first. If you frequently find yourself questioning whether your sensations are legitimate, you're being gaslighted. 8. They dismiss your thoughts and feelings. If you find your partner dismissing your feelings or thoughts whenever you're hurt, then that's also a sure sign that they're gaslighting you. During disagreements or misunderstandings, one side will often admit that they have been wounded, but your partner may persuade you that you are the one who is wrong or that you are overthinking things. Your partner will listen to your problems and address them in the framework of a healthy relationship. Several therapists have discovered that some people who gaslight their spouses would dismiss their feelings by calling them sensitive. Some will go even further and deny that they have harmed you. 7. They talk over you during conflict. Have you ever experienced a time when you're both arguing that they constantly have the first and last word, like you never even get to explain your side of things while they keep cutting you off? If yes, then that's also another tactic used in gaslighting. Sometimes the hurt party will write long messages to try to get their point across, since their partner snubs their chance to speak, or even worse, refuse to speak to them at all. As we previously stated, gaslighters enjoy having control over you, and talking over you gives them power, leaving you helpless in their presence. 6. They don't apologize for hurting you. Because gaslighters are conceited, they will never show humility and refuse to apologize for harming you. If you express your dissatisfaction with what they did while demonstrating a lack of empathy, it's a sure sign that they're gaslighting you. Instead, they'll advise you that you shouldn't feel guilty or think about the pain you're experiencing. You are being gaslit by your relationship if they refuse to take responsibility for their actions, and you tire yourself out, attempting to justify your feelings for your partner to assess whether or not they are valid. 5. They blame you for their actions. If there's one thing gaslighters, narcissists, and manipulators are, it's shifting the blame on you. For them, they think they're the perfect human being and have no self-awareness of their toxicity. They'll shift the blame on you and will hold no accountability for their actions, claiming you made them do it, and that it's all your fault and that everything's a mess. Sometimes when you try to address the problem, they even try to avoid it by changing the topic and focusing on something you've done wrong instead. This is a dangerous play for you, since it'll make you think that you're not doing enough for them and lack in a lot of aspects, justifying their abuse of you. 4. They use your weakness against you. Every relationship has its moments of intimacy and vulnerability wherein you share things you probably never say out loud. That includes all your secrets and even your insecurities. Sadly, a lot of gaslighters will use this to their advantage and hit you where it hurts. If you're having trouble with self-esteem, then they'll probably use that in stress that no one will ever love you and that they're the only ones who can accept you for who you are. They will tell you be a worthy person if only you didn't have a long list of negative traits and hurl insults that will leave you feeling broken. 3. They confuse you by using positive reinforcements. Gaslighters and narcissists will never fully compliment someone unless it is accompanied by an insult. In broad terms, it's commonly referred to as a backhanded compliment, as in, "You look decent today, unlike your usual self." The compliment insult, or complisult, sets you up by allowing you to trust the individual just a little bit. You assume they're saying something pleasant to you. However, as soon as you begin to trust, the gaslighter/narcissist insults you. The insult is a way of the gaslighter/narcissist letting you know where you stand with them, and simply put, they think they're far better than you. This is a premeditated attempt to throw you off, and once again to make you doubt your own reality. Examine what you were complimented for. It was most likely something that benefited the gaslighter. 2. They tell everyone that you're crazy and delusional. Because it is dismissive, telling others that you are delusional and insane is one of the most effective techniques of the gaslighter. If people doubt your sanity, the gaslighter knows they won't believe you when you say the gaslighter is abusive or out of control. It's a brilliant technique and something that may be done unintentionally. But if done deliberately, then this is a power play by your manipulator that will make those around you view you differently. The worst part about this is that they'll believe the gaslighter's words more than yours, which will leave you feeling hopeless and alone. 1. They use other people against you. Gaslighters are excellent at influencing and identifying people who will always stick by them, and they use these people against you. It's important to note that this does not imply that these persons actually uttered these things. A gaslighter is a liar by nature. When the gaslighter employs this method, you will feel as if you have no one to trust or turn to, which will lead you back to the gaslighter. Isolation offers them more control, and that's precisely what they want. Finally, to complete their manipulation, they will use those you love and the people around you against you. For your significant other, they may start talking to your common friends about how you've become paranoid or unhinged about the little things and even unstable to some. At the end of the day, you're left alone and start believing that maybe what they said about you is right and that the problem lies in you. And that concludes today's video about the 11 signs someone is gaslighting you. Are you being gaslighted, or is someone you know being gaslighted? It's best to always seek help, and hopefully, this video gave you a better insight on this topic. As always, thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to see more content like this. With